last class we discussed about the significance of Python in VLSI. Then we discuss about the basics of Python and start working on all these things. So we saw Python introduction, then see the simple Python syntax, then how the Python outputs, then Python comments, then we discuss about the Python variables. So today we'll start with the data types. Okay, so Python data types. So in every language we have different data types. Okay, and these data types are to store any variables, and these variables can store data of different types, and different types can then do some different things. Okay, so Python has some built-in data types, so I'll note down all them. Okay, so if you see, we have text type. Okay, I should write data types first. Okay, so Python Python data types. Okay, so among so there are some built-in data types which are already available in Python language. Okay, we can create our manual data types as well. First we'll see the built-in data types, and then we see how can we create. Okay, so we have text type, we have numeric data types, then we have sequence type, we have mapping type. Okay, we have set types, we have boolean type, we have binary type, we have then none type. Okay, now if you see in text type data types, we discussed last time, in the last class we discussed there is string. So in input in double invited quotes, we are passing anything which we pass in double invited comma, that will be a string data type. So text type is the string that we call as str string. The numeric data types, we have int, that is integer, float, and complex. Okay, in sequence type, we have list, we have tuple, we have range. Okay, and mapping type, we have dictionary. Okay, among them, we discussed about list, tuple, and dictionary in the last class as well, and we saw what is the difference between list, tuple, and dictionary. Okay. Then in set types, we have set, we have in Boolean type, we have bool. Okay. We'll discuss each and every data type again in very detailed manner. In binary types, we have bytes, we have byte array. Okay. In none type, we have none type. We'll see what is this none type. Okay, but usually none type is very rarely used. Okay, so if you see, like if I go to the programming language, how do we do it? So if I open the compiler, and I'll show you how these things will work. Okay, so this is the online Python compiler. So you can use this, or you have your own compiler installed in your system or in your machine. So you probably should use that, and that is the good way to start. Okay, so if I declare any variable x, and I say if x is equals to 10, let's say. Okay, and then I print x. Okay, then it will print this x equal to 10, but we don't know what type of that particular x is, right? Because we have not explicitly declared here what type of x is. Just by giving the number, we can in Python we can tell what particular type of it is. So to find the type of any variable in Python, we can use the type function. So if I write print, then type of X, as simple as it is, just like that only. Okay, and if I run it, it will tell me it is of class int. So this X is a int data type. Okay. Similarly, if I check for, let's say there is a some variable y in double inverted comma, if I pass any string, so VLSI for all, likewise. Okay. And if I print this, print y, it will print y as well. And if I want to print the data type, print again type of y, the way you see. So it will tell us 10, that is a class integer type, VLSI for all, that is a integer data type. Okay. Similarly, if you want to take other examples, I would say, okay, if I remove the double inverted quotes, then what it will be? Let's see. Then it should not be a string data type, right? If I, okay, this is the y which is declared 2 times. Let me change that. Let it make z. Okay, now if I run it, so see, it is giving me error y equal to VLSI for all, right? So this is these VLSI FORALL, these are of string type, but we have not provided them into a invited code, double quote. That's why it's giving an error. It means there is no directly type available for this thing. Okay, so we have to pass that into a double invited quotes. Okay, if you guys have any question, please do ask me. Okay, or we can say if we are not providing it into double quotes, it is understanding this VLSI for all as a variable only. So if I declare it like this, VLSI for all is equal to 10, then let's see how it will work. So since VLSI for all is again a variable name, right, which is of int type. Why int type? Because we have assigned 10 to this. So that's why this is printing y is equals to 10, and also telling us the type of y is int only. Okay, so here if you see, it's an int only. Okay, now if you want to say, let's z equal to, let's say z equal to, okay, let's say new variable, let's say a variable, a equal to some, let's say 12.56. Okay, now if I want to check the type of this, type of 12.56, then it should print the float, right? Because it's a float. 12.56 with decimals, it is not an integer, so you should not print a int, it should print float. Okay, so you can see it's float type. Okay, I can write print a, and then I can, so it is printing it better. Okay, understood? Any doubts? Anyone? Similarly, if I go for some list or something, strings or something like that, then let's say I'm assigning, let's say, okay, I'm removing all these things so that I get this space, and x equal to, I'm saying 10j. Okay, and now I'm running it. So see, 10j, it's a complex number. Okay, so it is giving us a type as complex. You can see here, right? If I write 10j plus 2, now we'll run it. It will again give us, this is the number and this is of complex data type. Okay, so this is a complex data type, which is in the integer data type. Now let's say I declared a list. Okay, now how do we declare a list? How do we declare a list? Anyone remember in the last class we discussed? We declare list in the square brackets. Okay, so let's say I'm declaring string as apple, comma, before boy, boy, cat, like that. Okay, And now if I print type of y, it will print as list. It is coming out as list only, right? And if I directly print y, then it will give me complete list. And if I say y of, let's say 0, so it's giving me error. Let's, so see, if y of 0, if I write in the square brackets 0, then it will give the first element of the list. Okay, so this is how we get the first element of the list. Similarly, if I write print y1, then it will print apple and then boy, apple and then boy. So this is how we access the elements of a list. Okay. Now let's say if I want to write for any tuple, then in tuple we usually write in small brackets. First I have to remove that variable. Okay, Z. Okay, and how do we define a list? Sorry, tuple. We have to make it to small parenthesis basically. If I run it, it will give us a tuple list. Okay, let's say apple tuple 0 underscore 0 tuple 1. I'm declaring a different name so that you might not confuse with this tuple element 2. And if I run it, it will give me all the values. Okay, so it is printing other elements as well. So this is a complex one. This one is a list. List element of list G, list Y is apple with zeroth element. First element is boy, and third element, second element is the cat 0, 1, 2. So the numbering starts from 0, 1, 2. Okay. Similarly, for the tuple, it will print tuple 0, tuple 1, and it is of a class tuple type. So tuple type data type. Similarly, you can declare for the dictionary. For dictionary, if you want to declare, we can write it this way. Okay. Let's say a variable, I'm writing it, and let's say it's dict. I'm just changing some name. Dict, dict element this. And if I print type of a and print any element of a 0, then it will give us the values. So see, it's a dictionary data type. It's giving us. Okay, for dictionary, we have to change it to the curly braces, I guess. It should be curly braces. Hmm. So there is error, and that error is due to. Okay, let me remove the other part so that it's easier to debug. And now if I run it, it is giving us class set. It is a set type. Why set type? Because in dictionary we have key and pair. Okay, so this is of a set data types. We should remove this A0 because we cannot access element of a set in this way. I run it. Okay, it is of a set data type. Okay, now I want to create a dictionary. Then I have to take a, let's say I have to declare it that way. B is equal to, okay, I have to write it like institute name. Okay, so this is the key and this is the pair, institute name, VLSI for all.
Hello, sir. I have one
and
doubt.
comma separated
Sorry.
with established, established, something like that, in double inverted quotes. Established, when did it establish? Let's say declared in 2000, something like that. Okay. And now if I check the type, mm, type of B, it should give us the dictionary. See, now it's giving us a dictionary because dictionary has key and pair both. Okay. So any doubt till here? And now I'm assigning C equals to true and then checking print type of C. It should give us the boolean bool. And if I assign some C equals to false, then also it will give us, let's say C D, and I'm assigning this as false. Second type D, it should give us as bool as well. Okay. So boolean we have true and false, so it's giving us. Okay. Then if I say D is or maybe E is equals to none, none type, and then check the type of none or maybe type of E, then it will give us the none as the data type. So it is of none type. See? Okay. So this is how we check the data types, and these are the types of data. Okay. String, list, float, complex, list, tuple, range, dictionary, and all. So all these things you can check it that way. Okay. For bytes, we haven't checked for the bytes and byte array. So let me tell you, bytes and byte array. I should remove it. So bytes array, let's say x equal to, I declare it b, then double inverted quotes, VLSI, and then print type of x. So it is giving us this is of bytes data type. So any type which you want to declare as the bytes, then you should put by b before that word. Okay. So this is how we do. Okay. Now there is one more thing, set. Actually we discussed, but again I'm discussing it. Let's say y. Y equal to, I'm creating a set. Okay, set means we are just creating it that way. A, then B, then C, and then print type of Y. It will give us the type of Y H. Okay, it's tuple. Okay, if I write it that way, okay, I can type define it as set and then run it. Okay, now it's giving us set. So what if it is a tuple? I can convert it into a set by just explicitly declare it as a set of this ABs. Then it will give us as a set. Or if you want to do directly without using the set, then how we can do is we can just replace this parenthesis with the curly braces. I guess that will work, and it will work. So you can see. So this is how we do. So the main difference is lies here in the set list dictionary tuples. So how do we declare? Let me note down it here. List. How to declare a list? So list is declared in this way. Let's say x is equal to, in big brackets, VLSI, comma, for, comma, all. So this is how we declare a list. For tuple, how do we declare? Let's say y, small parenthesis, VLSI. The elements I'm taking same only, for all, but with parenthesis. Then set, set we declare as with curly braces, VLSI for all. This is how we declare a set. Okay. And dictionary, we have key and value both. Okay. So dictionary, let's say variable W equal to curly braces only. First we say name, name of institute, and answer of that will be VLSI for all, something like that. Okay. Then I'll say when it established, let's say in 2000. This is how I can declare a dictionary. So any question till now, this is the most important thing. You have to remember it. See, what is the minimum difference between list, tuple, set, and dictionary syntax? In list, we have square brackets. In tuple, we have parentheses or small brackets. In set, we declare them in the braces. And in dictionary, we declare it like set only, but for each key, we provide a value as well. Any questions till now? Any doubt? If you guys any doubt, please do write in the chat box or do let me know. Anyone has any doubt?
What is the difference between list and tuple?
Yes, yes, that we can discuss. Okay, in last class also you might not be here, but I told you the difference between list and tuple. But here in the upcoming class, I'll tell you the complete difference between the tuple and a list. But for your question, I'm telling you tuple allows duplicate elements. In tuple, we can write a duplicate element. If you write VLSI, then again if you write VLSI, it will allow. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, but in list again allow these duplicate element, but if you see any set or dictionary, they won't allow a duplicate element. Okay,
Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So this is not the difference between list and tuple. This is difference between the list, tuple, and set, because list and tuple, in both, in list and tuple, we can declare duplicate elements.
Okay.
Right. Right. And
Yeah.
the other thing, the main difference between list and tuple is in list we can make any changes in the list, but in a tuple we cannot make any changes. Like for example, if I declare a list in like after some processing, I want to change the elements of a list, then I can change. In list I can make changes to the list. Let's say in future I want to write VLSI for all. In place of VLSI for all, I want to write, let's say the element VLSI should be replaced by something else, maybe let's say Apple for all, something like that. So I can replace this VLSI with Apple. But if I declare it as a tuple, after some processing, I cannot change this VLSI. This will remain same throughout the process. We cannot change. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So this is the main difference between list and tuple. We'll come back to it, between the like what is the difference between list, what is tuple, set, and dictionary. So I'll come to it. Okay. So wait for that time. We'll discuss it more precisely.
Yeah.
Okay. Good question. Huh? By the way, what's your name? I should see.
I'm Pavitra Ranganathan.
Okay, okay. Nice, nice, Pavitra.
Yeah.
Good question. Okay. Now, now let's say I have a string, okay, or I have an integer. I want explicitly, I want to declare it by that name only, then how do we do that? So I should say we are setting the specific data type. Okay. So let's say I have this x is equals to hello world, hello VLSI. Okay. Something like that. Okay. Now, if I write string at place of this, okay, then this is of a string data type. We know it's a string data type, but if we declare it explicitly, then it will convert into string only. Okay. Similarly, if you change the other, like if you remember in the previous example, okay, how do I go to there? Okay, why this is Zoom thing is okay, it's gone now. Mhm. Why that thing is not going? I want to change the tab. Okay, I can change here. So if you see here, we have written it that way. Previously, we have written it this way, right? Okay. So this, if I don't write here set, okay, and if I run it, it will give me as a tuple, the type of y as tuple. But if I write set here, so it will convert that tuple into a set. Okay. So this is also a one way to declare the types of like data types. Okay. So till now, if any one of you has any doubt, please do ask. Because now I'm going to tell you the difference between a list, tuple, dictionary, set. So should we start that? Okay. So let's see. So we have list, we have tuple, we have set, and we have dictionary. Okay. Now, now first difference is how do we write? Okay. So it is in list we write it this way. Tuple we write in the parentheses. Set we write with the curly braces. Dictionary that is also written in this way, but we key both key and value. Okay. This allow duplicate elements. Allow duplicate elements. Duplicate elements. Also allow duplicate elements. Mm, Duplicate elements. Not allow duplicate elements. Not allow duplicate elements. Okay. And this is also not allow. Not allow duplicate elements. Okay. Now, if we want to nest, you know nesting. Nesting is like, let's say in for loop only. I have a for loop I equal to 0, like you did in C. I less than equal to 5, then I plus plus, something like that. Then in this loop only, we can write a different loop with I equals to j equals to 0 and j less than 10, let's say, and j plus plus, something like that. Okay. So this is the nesting of loops. Similar thing we can do in the list as well. So nesting is allowed in list. Nesting allowed. Nesting is allowed. Nesting is allowed. Nesting is allowed means it can be nested in any of them. Like you can nest a list into a tuple, into a set, or into a dictionary. Similarly for tuple. Tuple can be nested in list, set, or dictionary. Okay. Similarly, set also can be nested. Is allowed. And similarly for dictionary as well, nesting is allowed. Okay. 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 And how do we create a list? We can create a list using list function as well. Similarly, tuple can be created using tuple function as well, and using set function as well. How like now only we have seen that is set, then brackets, and then we have written apple, boy, and then cat. Similarly, dictionary is also we can use dictionary function to create dictionary. Okay. Okay. We can make changes in the list. Can make changes in list, but in tuple we cannot make. Cannot make any changes in tuple. Set we can make changes, can make changes, but since we have read right, we cannot allow duplicate elements itself. Okay, so if in a set I have some elements, let's say 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So I cannot change this 3 to 1 or 2 or 4 because that element is already present in that set. So I cannot change. Okay. So changes are allowed, but duplicate elements are not. Okay. Here also can make changes. Can make changes, but again duplication is not allowed. So its keys cannot be duplicated. Cannot be duplicated. Then this list is ordered in 0 1 2 3 that way. This is also ordered, but set is unordered. You have to explicitly declare. And dictionary is also ordered. Okay. And in all of them, we can create the empty list, tuple, set, or dictionary. Okay. So any doubt till now? We'll see code. कि how do we change the elements of a list or a tuple, or are we really able to make those changes or not? We'll see those. Okay. Till now, in the difference of list, tuple, set, dictionary, do you guys have any doubt? Please do ask if you have any.
Sir, what is ordered, unordered? What is ordered? I'm not getting.
Yes, yes, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. You asked me about ordered and unordered, and other than them,
Unordered.
what? I'll tell you. Till now, here, if you have any doubt, do let me know. Any doubt? Okay, then we'll see the code and then we'll discuss the ordered and unordered. Let's go to code. So if let's say I have an element A is equals to, let's say element 10, 20, 30, 40. I have this element. Okay. Now if I print A, what it will print? It will print this thing, right? It will print this list. This is a list, right? It will print this list 10, 20, 30, 40. Now I want to add something to this list, or I want to remove something to this list. Then how do I do it? Tell me. If I want to add something to this list, then how do I do this? Anyone? Okay, let me tell you. So to add or remove from a list, we use the append function. So if I want to add something to this, so I will write it this way. A, that is the name of list, and use the append function. Append, and let's say I want to add 50. Now, if I print A, so then, so what it will do is it will append this 50 to the last of A. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and it has appended 50 at the last element of a list. Okay. Now, if I want to remove from the list, then how do I write it? There is this remove function. So A dot remove, and if I write, let's say 30, and then if I print A, then it will remove 30 from the list. So see, 10, 20, 40, 50, it removed. Correct? Correct, it removed, right? Now, now if I say, okay, now if I say, if I want to print A of 0, what it will print? It will give me 10. Now, let's say, let me remove this function. Print A of 0, it print as 10. Now, if I want to print A of 1, A of 2, it will print 20 and 30. 10, 20, 30. You see? So, what is list? So, list is ordered. We discussed here, right? The list is ordered. So what does that mean is if you see the elements 0, 1, 2, so it preserved the index values. Okay. So that is ordered. It means 10 is at the 0th index, 20 is at the first index, 30 is at the second index, 40 is at the third index. Okay. So that is why we say list is an ordered. Okay. Similarly, if I write, let's say, let me take another example. Control C, Control V. I'm taking a B, an example for tuple. So tuple, how do we do is, let me create, let's say I want to give colors RGB, R, G, B, red, green, brown. Okay. If I print B, okay, and write B, B, B. And if I run it, see, it gives me RGB and the order is intact RGB. R at the 0th place, G at the first place, B at the second place. So this is again, this is what? This is tuple. So tuple is ordered. Similarly, this is what? This is list. So list is ordered. Now we'll discuss set. Set is unordered, right? So we'll see set is unordered. Okay. How do we see? Let me declare a set. So C is equal to, how do we declare a set with curly braces, right? Let me write A, let me write B, let me write this third element, the C. Then now if I print C, it will print. Okay. So this C has print this set. Okay. Now if I write it this way, print C0. Okay. So C. Now this is giving me an error. C equal to 0 because set is always unordered. So it don't know which element is the 0, whether it's A, B or C. So that's why it is giving me an error. Okay. So that's why that is the main difference between the ordered and unordered. So list and tuple are the ordered and set is unordered. And again, dictionary is ordered. So in dictionary also, the order will remain same. The value at the index 0 will be the 0th element, then first, then second, and similarly the others. So I hope you got it, Pavitra.
Yes, yes. Go.
Yeah, you got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So, okay. The one more thing that I want to discuss you guys is this dictionary. Dictionary is again ordered. Dictionary is ordered. Okay. Now, this dictionary is ordered, but in this dictionary, we always provide key and value, right? So, irrespective of index value, dictionary is always accessed with the key value. Ho- Okay, let me explain you with an example only. Let's say D. D is some my dictionary, and I've declared it is this way. So I'm saying name. Name is the key value, and answer for that name is, let's say, VLSI for all. VLSI for all. Okay. Then the second element I'm saying establishment year. Established. Established when? Let's say in 2000. Okay. Then third function I'm saying what is its function? What this do? What this institute do? Okay. Uh, function लिख देता हूँ. Let's write function. What is its function? Teaches, let's say, teaches, something like that. I'm in string only, teaches, something like that. Now, if I print this dictionary, print D. Okay, let me remove this, otherwise it will keep on giving me error. Okay, let me comment it so that it should remain here. Okay, we can, okay, to comment multiple lines, we can use this triple quotes as well, as I told you in the last class, right? Now, if I run it, so see, it has printed name, VLSI for all, established 2000, function is teachers. Okay, now if I want to access the pair, print D0. See, it, it is giving us error. But why it's giving us error? because dictionary is always accessed with the name of key. Okay, so how do we access that? So I can write why it's giving us error is I should comment it and write this will throw error because because dictionary maintain order but are accessed by keys. What is keys here? Name, established, and function. These are the keys. Are accessed by keys rather than index positions. Okay. Any doubt? Any doubt? So if I want to access this, so how do I write it? Print, then the name of dictionary is D, and then in the braces I will write name. Then it will give us the name as VLSI for all. You see, it has given us VLSI. So dictionary is always accessed by the keys rather than their index values. So I hope you guys got clear understanding of these things. What is ordered, what is unordered, what is the difference between list, tuple, set, and dictionary. Clear? Okay. Okay, then I'm moving forward. Please do let me know if you guys have any doubt. Otherwise, it will be tough for us, me to determine what is this thing or that thing. Okay. Okay. So now in Python numbers, we know we have int, float, and complex type. Okay. So that we already discussed. Now, typecasting. So typecasting, we already saw. Let me tell you that again. Typecasting, how do we do the typecasting? Okay, so this is typecasting. So what is typecasting is, let's say I declare a number x equal to 1. If I print x, it will print me 1. And if I print the type of x, it will give me as integer data type. Okay. Now let's see. What I did is I make this y is equals to float of x. And now checking print y and then print type of y. Okay. Now if I run it, it will give me C. So what I did is I typecast this integer variable as x as float. Okay. So this x, which is an integer, is typecast into the float using this float function. Okay. So that's why this ninth statement, it is printing as float data type. And y, that will become to 1.0. 1.0 why? Because 1 is an integer and 1.0 is float. Correct? Correct. Similarly, if I say, let's say there is a string z equal to VLSI for all, VLSI for all, something like that. Okay. And if I print type of z, then it will give us as a string. It is giving any string, right? Now I typecast this w is equals to, let's say, something like float. float of Z, something like that, and then print W, and then print type of W. So it's giving me an error. It's saying he could not convert string to float. Okay, or if I write it this way, let me write it the other way. He Z equal to float of, let's say, 2, and then check print Z and print type of Z, something like that. Then okay, here it will able to do it. See, so this number should be the same. That should not be this 2 is an string because it is into the invited quotes, double invited quotes. Okay, so that's why it's able to give. But if we write it that way, where is that way? Here, if I write in place of VLSI for all, if I write as 23, then it will not give us an error because 23, that is a string, because it is in the double invited quotes. But since that can be converted into a float number only, because VLSI for all is a complete, like these VLSI, these are alphabetical, not numericals. Okay, an alphabetical cannot be converted into the string, into the float. Only their ASCII value can come, but that is a different way to do. So there is a different way to map that thing. Okay, so here in the typecasting, using these float, into string, all those things, only the same variable should come into the place. Okay, any doubt? So basically, int function, that is int float types. So int function, what they do is they construct an integer number from an integer literal. Okay, or from a float literal. So if I write Z equal to 23 point, let's say 56, and remove this and print type of Z, then it will be a float, and W equals to, let's say I'm writing it as int only, int of W, and then I'm running it. So what I'm doing is, so see, this is 23.56 is a float number. So it is giving me as float only. Okay, now I typecasted it to a integer. Okay, so this will convert into an integer as 23.56, it removed. And then I'm asking if the type, it is giving me as the integer type. Okay, so it means integer constructs an integer number from some integer literal or a float literal. Okay, and similarly for the string literal. And float constructs a float number. String constructs a string from a wide variety of data types. That can be strings, integer literal, float literal. Okay. Any question? Any questions till now? Because we are ending this class today here only, and we'll see, like, in the next class we'll see the Python strings. We'll see how can we concatenate different strings. If I want to modify some string, how to do that. If I want to slice that, if I want to escape some characters, there are some string methods. So all those things we'll see in the next class. Okay, so if you guys have any doubt, I'm here for minute. You can ask me any question. Anyone has any question, please do ask. Otherwise, we are finishing this class now. If not, we can leave. You can leave, and we can end this meeting here. Sorry, did you ask anything? Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining.